Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for Claws, Season 2, Episode 2. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so the show opens with Jen's mom visiting, okay? Just imagine Jen in 30 years, alright? A way more rougher edged Jen, though. The mama looked like she done had a way harder life, but has recently reaped the benefits of Jen being part of the Husser family. Might be racist, not really the brightest, kind of takes advantage of the situation that Jen is in right now, you know, kind of like that kind of mama. Desna comes over because she got to talk to Jen about the house. The mama sees Desna and was like, Danita, you know, it's good to see you. You know, Desna giving her the side eye like, bitch, I done told you a million times what my name is. This is Desna. But anyway, Jen, I need to talk to you. It seems that we need to have a discussion about this house. And Jen was like, what with the house? I am her lieutenant now. And she was like, wait a minute. She's trying to give you my house? You know, I can't give up this house. You know, this is the first time my kids are in a good school district, okay? They go to a school where they don't consider ketchup a vegetable. I was cracking up. She was like, look, I'm not saying you gotta move. All I know is me and Dean will be moving our ass up in this house as well. Move over, bitch, we coming, okay? Okay. I can't even say, okay, okay, okay. I gotta practice on that. Okay. Anyway, Uncle Daddy and his boys, they talking. You know, Uncle Daddy still don't have patience. His wife gone. Okay, the bitch then took his took his businesses. He want to kill the Russians. Roller said, no, we got to be smart because, you know, even with him fooling around with the niece, I guess he married to her. Niece and told her that she got all these connections in the Gremlin. Like, fool is Kremlin. Bryce tells him, no, Daddy, like Roller said, we got to do this right. I'm going to plant some bugs around the businesses, and we going to see what their next move is, and we going to move that way. Now at the shop, you know, we see Polly. Polly, you know, she's in her fantasy mode and she's talking to her dancers, you know, giving them their names. Hey, one is going to be Sweetback, the other one is going to be Double XL, and you can imagine why. All the girls are listening and cracking up except for Virginia. You know, Virginia walks to the back room and Silent Ann goes back there and was just like, you all right? And Virginia's like, yeah, just not in the mood. And she was like, have you told Desna about the bun in the oven? And Virginia was like, no, I haven't told her yet. And why do we always have to tell her everything? I mean, don't you get tired of her ruining your life, controlling everything in it? I would rather slit my wrist than tell Desna. Okay, well, you best to get to slitting, because it ain't gonna be a good conversation either way it goes. Now back at the house, you know, Mom hears that Desna's gonna be moving in, and she's telling Jen, like, why? How is it that she's moving into your house? You married to Bryce. You are a husser. Why that bitch gotta come here? The mama has absolutely no idea what she's talking about. You know, she's all like, you can't be taking orders from no Russians. You are a husser. While she's talking to her, Bryce comes in with the kids, you know, oh, Granny. You know, they happy to see her. Jen goes over to Bryce and he tells her that he saw the video of them fucking, you know, her and Hank. And she was like, no, I didn't. No, you didn't. And he said, yeah, Zlata showed me. Okay. He cries when he comes. And she was like, oh, you did see it. He was like, yes, I saw it. And she's all like, I'm sorry. Can't we go to counseling? He was like, you right. You sorry. Okay. You a sorry piece of shit. I guess Bryce ain't ready to move on yet. Oh no, that marriage is pretty much over. What do you guys think? Now we see Desna. She is at the clinic and she is giving Zlata a tour. Okay, Dr. Ken, everybody's there, showing them the lobby, the people that are in there, showing them the pharmacy, showing them the office. And, you know, Zlata is not impressed. She feels like they need to open up more clinics. They got to increase the foot traffic. And Desna was like, no. We going to definitely hit our numbers. You ain't got to worry about that. And Zlata was like, listen, Desna, don't you know that black women are the fastest growing entrepreneurs? But they don't get the loans. And that's because the man is trying to hold them down. So I'm trying to put you up on game. Now, see, I like Zlata because Zlata is very aware of what is happening in this community, and she really does like Desna. She is trying to look out for her in her twisted, kind of, you know, scary Russian mob boss kind of way. So she's telling Desna, I like how you take care of everything, taking care of your brother, you taking care of all the businesses. You know, you are a goat. I wish you would see that. You know, Desna's like, a goat? Really, me? Yeah, girl, you. So back at the salon, Desna comes and says, look, we got to try to increase foot traffic. Now, you know, they've done this before in the past, and they was like, we ain't doing that shit we did before. Like all that dressing up in costumes and the car wash and all that. No, we ain't doing that. What about you, Fortune? Don't they call her Fortune Cookie? Am I getting it wrong? Asked Virginia, what does she think? And Virginia was just like, I'm pregnant. And the baby is Dean's. Child, why she say that? Jen looks at her, she says, run, because Desna about to beat that ass, okay? She run out the door in her big-ass platform tennis shoes, and, you know, Desna's running after her. She almost get hit by a car, flips off. I said, girl, you gonna lose this baby. Desna catches up with her and is like, you stupid bitch. I told you not to let anything like this happen. I can't believe that you let Dean do that to you. I can't believe that you did this to Dean. You know, she's trying to tell her, like, I'm going to get rid of it, you know, and she was like, you could have given him anything, you know. She was just like, I'm clean. And she was like, girl, you was fucking people in the back of the Steak and Shake. You trying to tell me that you clean? You a whole bunch of things, but clean ain't it. But listen, you don't know what this gonna do to Dean. Basically, you gonna fuck him up over this one. But right when Desna is through talking to her, or screaming at her, Virginia tells her that she loves him. And I was just like, oh, she does love him. Like, wow. That little line did touch me, y'all. Y'all know Rocky love. But Desna don't want to hear it. So she goes home and she's trying to talk to Dean. And Dean was like, Virginia already told me that she told you about the baby. And she was like, but why didn't you tell me, Dean? And he was like, what? Why I gotta tell you? You don't tell me nothing. You didn't even tell me about the Russians. And she says it's complicated. And he's like, I'm not stupid. So you can explain to me what the problem is. Look, he can get people pregnant, so maybe he can understand this as well. Shit, Dean be reading the hell out of Desna most days. But anyway, he tells her that he's not having this baby. And she was like, well, is it because of the genetics? Okay, because, you know, just because you're autistic, that doesn't mean the baby will get it. And he was just like, we're not ready for this baby. Desna's telling him, are you sure? Like, you sure this is what you want to do? I was confused by her reaction because I was like, do you want Dean to be having a baby? Or are you just trying to be supportive in whatever his decision is? But Dean made it clear, we ain't having this baby. We're not ready to have this baby. Now, back at the salon, you know, Jen comes in and Virginia and Polly are talking to her and she's telling them how she's trying to get the house ready for Dean and Desna to be moving in. Okay, so sis is stressed out. But hey, every cloud has a silver lining. All right, Polly gets to move into Desna's house. That means she can pop her puss in the privacy of a home. And Virginia's excited because now she gets to have sex with Dean and Jen's pool. But girl, don't worry about it. You gonna find your silver lining. Okay, while they talking, Jen sees Hank go into his, you know, the what is it? I can't even think of the temple. What is it? I can't think of the word. But anyway, she sees him going in. So she was like, can you go in there and start so-and-so on her nails? And I'll be over there in a minute. So Jen goes and talks to Rabbi Hank. And she's like, look, the mistakes that we made, we can't make them no more. You know, my family means everything to me. You know, her marriage is falling apart and she's a married woman. Okay. And Hank was just like, okay, well, I mean, that's fine. Okay. But at least be my square dancing partner this week in the competition that's coming up. And she was just like, I just told you. And he's like, no, I get it. We're friends and everything, but you can still be my partner. And, you know, she just looking at him and, you know, kind of starting to smile. And I was like, girl, don't break down. Don't do it. Poor Jen, she's so weak when it comes to Rabbi Hank. Now we see Rolla doing his husbandly duties. Fucking his Russian wife, and you know, he looks real bored when they finish. You know, she's like, do you want to play some video games? You know, she's got Assassin's Creed and all of that. He's, girl, what you know about Assassin's Creed? Yeah, let's play. But the baby starts crying, so, you know, she's like, he wants the teat. Okay, I'll be right back. So when she leaves out, Rolla jumps up and gets dressed. Next we see Desna. She is talking to Zlata, and she's trying to explain to her that to increase foot traffic, they're going to do a commercial. And Zlata was like, no. We like to do our illegal destruction in quiet. Okay, we don't put the shit on TV. And Desna was like, no, we're going to put the legal stuff on TV. Trust me, it's going to work. They walk into the office and they see Rolla in there. Okay, look like he getting some shit off of Zlata's desk. She pull out a gun and he was like, whoa. Okay, I was just coming in here to get your book. All right, I just want to read it. She was like, listen, don't be in my damn office without my permission. Sit it on down. And then she looks over at Des and says, go on and shoot your commercial. It better work because you know I don't like failure. So she sits down with Roller. All right, so you part of the family. what's your job? What can you do? He says that he's pretty good with numbers, and she was like, oh yeah, like Desna. Isn't she something? She has quite an effect on people, don't she? Well, yeah, Roland knows that firsthand. Now we see Silent Ann and Virginia and Dean, they in the van, and today is the day she is getting her abortion. You got your protection, and Dean, he got his damn back catcher's umpire's mask on his face, and Virginia was like, I got my flats on. And they open the door to the van, and it's this big protest, at the abortion clinic. They trying to get through the group. Everybody is picketing and yelling at them and everything, and Dean turns around, another one of Dean's infamous reads. He was like, you guys be so damn worried about these babies being born, but then when they end up in foster care, don't nobody want to take care of them. Me and my sister was in foster care, and they abused us and molested us, and you guys didn't care about none of us then. Okay, maybe you should be worried about those people. They didn't like that read too much, but I was like, tell them, Dean. Okay, they get inside, and what we here for is the abortion. These things are never easy, and Dean is trying to be supportive. Virginia is nervous. Silent Ann is there being silently supportive as well. Dean was like, look, I'll be back. I'm gonna run across the street and get some pencils. I'll be back. Okay, so she, when he leaves, she tells Silent Ann, she's just nervous. This is scary for her. She wants to know how everybody feels about her back at the salon. Okay, that's when you get the whole little Brady Bunch scene of everybody's opinions, some supportive, some not so supportive. This bitch is pregnant. Okay, folks talking about they tax dollars is paying for her abortion, and Silent Ann was like, no, it's not. That's alt-right bullshit right there. Okay, this show is dropping some knowledge on us today, wasn't it? That's why I love this show, you guys. I hate that I slept on it so long, but I caught up, didn't I? But anyway, Silent Ann doesn't tell her all that. She just tells her that everybody got your back. And, that's when Virginia tries to say, maybe inside her stomach, she might have the next Obama. Or what's that one that's always dreaming? She was like, Martin Luther King. Yeah, him. I might have one of them in my stomach. And Silent Ann was like, trust me, you ain't got one of them in there. You gonna be good. And then when Dean comes back from getting his pencils, looks like Virginia is done. I was like, did she have the procedure? I mean, they didn't show us, but I'm just going to assume that she did. But wouldn't that be a plot twist, child? But she's all dressed and ready to go. And he says, listen, I didn't go across the street to get some pencils. I was just playing. Okay, I actually went to get this ring pop. Okay, and then he gives it to her, and then he gets on his knees, and he's about to propose. And Silent Ann was like, does Desna know about this? And he says, yeah, I talked to her about it months ago. Okay, but will you marry me? And next thing we know, they're coming out of the clinic, and they tell everybody that they're getting married. Okay, and everybody out there that was protesting, they cheer them on. I said, ooh, wait till Desna finds out about this. So now back at the clinic, Desna is trying to get her knowledge up on this whole directing and producing this commercial. Dr. Ken ain't with it. All right, because the shit is illegal, and he got to be responsible. He a daddy now. I guess he talking about Polly's bought child. Desna's like, look, Ken, it is not a fucking request, it's an order. So stop eating so fucking much the camera puts pounds on you, and get ready for this commercial. Desna tells Polly they got to get back to the salon so they can talk about ideas for the commercial, and Polly says, well, it's only going to be me, you, and Jen. And she was like, well, where's Virginia and Silent Ann? Well, today was the day. And she was like, the abortion, is it today? Well, why ain't nobody told me? And she was like, cause Silent Ann is supportive and you are real judgy. So you ain't gonna be a part of that. Just let Dean and Virginia handle it on their own with Silent Ann. So, well, whatever. Desna's working on this commercial, who's gonna be the director, who's gonna be the producer. She's talking to Jen's mom at the table. I guess Jen's mom is going to help with the costumes. Girl, wait till you see Jen's costume that I made for the hold down that she gonna be in this weekend. When Jen comes in, this all red, white, and blue. It got the fucking Confederate flags on the pockets. Desna was like, oh, you just gonna let the Confederate flag fly, huh? Jen was like, oh, I thought that was, she thought it was British. Stupid. Mama was like, oh, when Bryce sees you in that outfit, but she was like, this is not for Bryce. I'm going to be in this competition with Hank. The mama was like, you know what, you losing it. But I'm going to go home, I'm going to cook the cracker casserole, and that's going to help you work your way back into Bryce's heart. Jen ain't paying no attention to the mama, but she tells Desna, look, I can be the writer for the commercial. Desna says, fine. So they go back to the clinic. And Desna finds Virginia. She's like, listen, I know I was hard on you. I know I go off on you, but I just, whenever I see you getting off track, I got to slap you back on it. Virginia appreciates that. Nobody has ever looked out for her like that. That's when she says, well, I got good news, though. Okay, me and Dean are getting married. Damn, Desna was like, you stupid bitch, starts to choke her out and everything. I said, what is wrong with Virginia? Dean sees his sister over there attacking his future wife, and he runs over there and he was like, wait a minute, you can't do this, you can't do this. And she was like, you cannot get married. And he was like, but I told you and you said it was okay. And she was like, I had a gun to my damn head. Well, Dean don't know that. One thing about autistic people, I have found that they are quite literal. When you say it, that's what they think it is. He was just like, you gotta let me go. This is what I want to do. So she knows that she can't control it no more, and she was just like, okay, it's time for you to be a man, Dean. It's time for you. I mean, I was just like, oh, how touching this is. Like, you've been holding on so long. I mean, she's been taking care of him her whole entire life, and now she really has to trust Virginia enough, which is probably all the fucking trust that she can muster to take care of her brother, who she knows is special needs. Okay, but it still is nice to see this little love story, no matter how, busted up it is, blooming between Virginia and Dean. But okay, fine. Let's get on with this commercial. Dr. Ken can't get it together. He don't feel these words, okay? And Jill was like, I worked 25 fucking minutes on this. I worked hard on this shit. And you can't even say that. He was like, that don't feel right. It's not me. But get them words and let's shoot this damn commercial. Well, they go through about 100 different takes, and Dr. Ken can't do it. He getting his words fumbled up. He complaining. He don't remember his lines. Desna said cut so many times. She realizes this shit ain't working. One of Polly's dancers is there. I guess he's working as an extra, and he tells Desna, like, look, the Bachelor come on tonight. So, we need to wrap this up. We need to do something because we're going to have to go in a minute. Desna got a bright idea. Okay, she tell Polly, hey, get your boys in hair and makeup. And long story short, she is going to now change up the commercial, the concept, and it's going to become a music video to Good Vibrations. And they're all dancing and singing, and Dr. Ken is, in his, look like he's in his element. Now, back at the Russian compound, Zlata now realizes that Roller is part of the family, so she is telling her number one man, look, I know you guys tried to kill each other last, couple of months ago, but it's a new day. Roller's part of the family. I'm going to need you to show him the ropes. Number one right-hand man don't want to do that, but he don't have no choice. So he tells Roller, okay, let's get started. Take off your clothes. Roller was like, I don't roll like Uncle Daddy, baby boy. I was like, what are we taking off our clothes for? At the same time, we see Uncle Daddy and Bryce in the car. Uncle Daddy is asking Bryce how he feel about Jen. Do he miss her? And he was like, I don't know, but I know I don't feel the same way you do with, Auntie Mama being gone. And, Uncle Daddy he just still can't believe his girl is gone. They were together for 30-something years. That was the love of his life. Okay. Now, they sitting outside the Russian compound, and they listening. I guess Roller got a bug or something on him. No, Roller planted a bug, whatever. They hear Roller yelling, and they was like, oh my God. Uncle Daddy was like, are they torturing him? They torturing Roller. They torturing my baby boy. So, they run and jump over fences and beat up the security, and they get all the way up to the damn window, and they look inside and they see Roller in there getting a massage. All this they done did for this fucking massage. Uncle Daddy is pissed. Later on, when he see Roller, and Roller's coming around the corner, and Uncle Daddy busts his ass in the mouth, like, nigga, you up here worried about your ass and you getting massages. Roller was like, no, don't worry about it, okay? That's all part of his plan. He gonna get comfortable. He gonna find out they whole, all of their routine and everything that they do, and then he gonna pull them down. They won't even see him coming. Because I'm gonna be the one to let y'all know what's going on. All right, while they talking, Jen's mom comes over. She got her cracker casserole. She want to talk to Bryce. And when she went over there to talk to Bryce, I already had my good eye on her. Now, as far as this commercial, you know, after they put it up, I guess on YouTube or wherever on social media, you know, they hoping that it'll get retweeted, and so far it hasn't. And, you know, Desna's like, oh shit, this might not work, you know, and it gotta work because Slaughter is not gonna be playing with their ass. So they waiting for it to get retweeted, and then Virginia was like, oh, got the retweet. Okay, shit's about to go viral like my sex tape. The show cracks me up. And then Desna goes and shows Lotta how, you know, her commercial worked. As a matter of fact, she took a page out of her book. Okay, one of her chapters was called Find the Dick and Ride It Like a Boss. Okay, so that's exactly what Desna did. Okay, looking outside the clinic, the line is down the street. And Zlata, you know, co-signs. I told you about that pussy power, didn't I? You gonna listen to me one day. Now it's the day of the square dance competition, and you know Jen is all dolled up and everybody is there to support. So they get up there and they start the square dance, and Jen started going through all of these Jen starts like hallucinating and thinking that Hank is Bryce and Bryce is Hank, and then she started thinking that the man that's singing the hold down music is talking about her life, and you know shit start getting dizzy and she missing steps and you know confused and upset, and everybody is watching like what's going on, and finally she runs off. So of course they all run after her and jump over to Uncle Daddy. He is at his house with Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory. Okay, you guys told me that he was Haitian. I thought he was African. Is no slight to nobody. We could just cut off the African and put in Haitian. Still works. Uncle Daddy is telling them how he's still ready to move on these Russians. Okay, they done ruined everything, and you know he ready to move, but the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory is like, no, we cannot. I know you mad, but you have to stick to the plan. As far as everything else, let me handle Desna. So he does know about Desna. Okay, Desna just don't know about him. And I'm still confused on why Rolla is keeping it quiet. I guess he don't want to get his dad upset. But it's surprising that he hasn't said anything to Desna yet. Now, at the same time, Jen pulls up at Uncle Daddy's house and knocks on the door. Okay, and Rolla answers it, and she was like, is my husband here? And he says he's upstairs. She runs up the stairs and opens the door and sees Bryce laid back on the bed, and the mama was just preparing to give him a blowjob. And she was like, bitch, I know you not, and you know that fight was on. Okay, mama not. Desna at the same time now. They done took Jen over there, and they all sitting in the van. Desna calls Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory, and she's telling him, you know, that she was hoping that they could hook up tonight, you know, and he was like, what you want to do? And, you know, she said she was hoping that she could do him, you know, they was like, oh, and she was like, shut up, okay, nigga, trying to, y'all cock blocking. But then she hears Jen yelling in the house, so she was like, okay, I'll call you later, I gotta go. She goes in the house, runs up the stairs. They see Jen and the mama fighting, and everybody just automatically jumps in, okay? When one got to fight, everybody got to fight. Fuck it, that's their girl. So they don't even know why they fighting. Uncle Daddy running there, and Rolla running there, and everybody trying to pull everybody off. And I just knew that the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory was gonna come in there, but he never did. And when they was walking down the stairs, I thought they was gonna see him again, but they didn't. When they get outside, Jen is just like, why did she do that? Okay, why would she do that? She has a full breakdown and just yelling and crying and screaming and snot and everything. Felt so bad for Jen. Okay, ain't nothing worse than your mama hoe, your husband don't care no more. I mean, he about to fuck your mama. Like I said, I think that marriage just might be over. All right, you guys, I love this show. So good. So well written, so well acted, so ratchet, so crazy. Just all over the place. I am so here for it. Anyway, you guys, make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.